On the program right now, we have Mecklenburg Board of County Commissioners Chair, representing District 4, Mark Jerrell, here on the program. Sir, thank you for your time.
Having me. I appreciate being here.
I just want to get your reaction when you got the news, when you heard about it. I know you put out a statement
Yeah.
this morning. Just kind of give me some insight on what you were thinking.
A few things went through my mind. I always like when people have the opportunity to pick their exit. All of us at some point are going to exit, no matter what we do, whether it's public service or a role like yours and in other ways. And so, when you do exit, you want to pick it, and you certainly want to make sure that you've added value and impact. And I think when I thought about it, I said, wow, to have a legacy like hers in our business, in our space, it's just remarkable. And I think if anybody deserves to pick their time when they want to start the next chapter of their life, Mayor Lyles has certainly earned that.
What's the last time you got a chance to speak with her? And did you get any indication that she was going to step down, or even not even run again for office?
Yeah, so I was just with her just a couple of days ago at the Charlie Sifford statue unveiling. She was there. We sat right next to each other. We laughed and joked a bit, and just it did what we normally do. I certainly didn't have an indication, or she did not, mention to me like to be on the lookout for anything. I'm sure the decision was well thought out. I'm sure it was somewhat agonizing, but again, I think sometimes I think this is a selfless act where she said, "Listen, I've done and accomplished what I needed, what I set out to do, and what I wanted to accomplish." And hey, let's make room for new leadership, and we should all have that lens and that perspective. It just really, again, it's another lesson from someone who has been the gold standard in our space.
What is her legacy? She's been in this position since of nearly 10 years, since 2017. I remember when she was first elected, and it seems like time just kind of moves by. But what is her
Yeah.
legacy? Because we had former Mayor Harvey Gantt, and he one of the things he said, affordable housing. But for you, what's that legacy look like?
Yeah, certainly. I think Mayor Gann is spot on. I think affordable housing. I think the racial equity initiative. But I would say if I zoomed out to a macro level, I would also say that you could probably say, Mayor Lyles has been a really stabilizing force. She's had a steady hand. And she's someone that really, when you think about our community, has been at the helm of transformation. And so for me, I really believe that her legacy is transformation, transforming this community and moving us into a space and putting us on a path to being a world-class city. And I'll tell you, when you look at not just the city of Charlotte, but our region, certainly her fingerprints are all over it.
I know we got some time, right? There's a transition of power. Things will be set in place as far as a leadership standpoint. But when we look ahead to our next mayor, so someone that we can elect, what should that leader look like?
Well, I'll tell you that's it, it's certainly not up to me to say what it should look like. The community will speak. I think some of the traits that are needed with respect to where we currently are going to be someone that understands how to tackle complex issues and break them down in a way that's palatable for everyday citizen. I think you're also going to have someone that can connect policy to real people. People need to really feel the impact of our policies in a positive way. And so you're going to have someone that navigates that. You're going to have someone that knows how to navigate a cross section of constituencies, whether it be culturally, socioeconomically, racially, all of these components. We are in an we live in an extremely complex area and a system that we have 157 people a day moving into Mecklenburg County. And so into the region, and 88 of those are moving into Mecklenburg County, with the vast majority moving into the city of Charlotte. And so there's going to have to be, someone that also is a collaborator, someone that can bring people together, someone that can connect the grassroots with the grass tops and everything in between, continued focus on economic mobility, someone that can work across entity lines, working with the county, working with, our nonprofit sector and our corporate community. So you're going to have a bridge builder in a community like ours, someone that has a solid line to Raleigh and to DC. So this is a role that is not to be taken lightly. And where this community is going, we are going to have someone who is a strong leader.
I have two questions, and I'll lump them into one. What was the working relationship like, and what has the working relationship been like with you and Mayor Lyles? And since she's been in office, if we go back nearly 10 years ago, how have the needs changed for folks here in Mecklenburg County and in the greater Charlotte area?
Yeah, so I like to think the working relationship was great. I think the level of collaboration between the city and the county, you can also wrap CMS into that as well, has never been better. I'm someone who has personally observed and had a relationship with the mayor where I have learned a lot, particularly as it relates to leadership, as it relates to dealing with issues, how to view them through a multifaceted lens. And so I think the other thing is, when I think about some of the things that I've actually learned from her, was really tackling these really complex issues, whether it was transit or housing, and understanding how we have to work together. These things cannot be tackled in isolation. And so it has been, I like to think it's been a solid relationship. We have not always been 100% aligned with respect to the way we think about everything. But again, the county and the city are different with respect to the different wheelhouses that we're responsible for. And so what I've loved, though, is that collaboration, we've been able to come together and I think complement one another. Orphan Roads is an example of that. And so, and making sure that our staffs are working together. So it's been, I think it's been a solid relationship. It certainly, and I can't take credit for that. Certainly my predecessor and Commissioner Dunlap was one who really laid that foundation, and I'm a beneficiary of that. And I've tried not to squander it, right? And so, but I do think I knew the mayor prior to me ever running for office, and certainly my time prior to being chair or even vice chair. And I feel like we've always had a solid working relationship, and I certainly have had the highest level of respect for her as a colleague.
Mark Jerrell, a busy man, found some time to do this with us. Thank you for your time, as always.
My absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Of
And
course.
so let the community know we're going to be okay. Transition is fine, right? It's okay, and we'll turn the page. We'll continue to honor the mayor. We will honor her legacy, and we will start a new chapter for this community. And so we should all be excited about that. And let's celebrate the mayor. Let's celebrate what she's done. And she will still continue to impact the community. You don't have to be in elected office to have impact. And I guarantee she'll still continue to impact us, guide us with her wisdom, her knowledge, and her skills. So I want to leave it at that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for again stopping by. Again, a busy man, but he found some time to chop it up with us for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Mark Jerrell there. Thank you again.